Okay, dokie. Thursday night football. Today is a day where football is playing live, and we should be grateful, okay? We should be grateful. Remember these days in the offseason. Days like this. Thursday night football, probably the Giants heading for an absolute spanking. But
they probably are, but
we got to remember these days.
We have to remember. We have to remember, and we have to believe. I believe in every single player. I just believe in my team. I just want to win, but it's okay if we lose. It's not about what am I trying to say?
What you said yesterday I thought was really sad, but I understand why you said it. You said, you got to lose well. I want to lose well.
Exactly.
And I just thought, damn, that's not the expectations I want heading into a game when I watch my team.
You have to think about, I guess the way the season started, 40-0, an absolute spanking.
You did not lose well then.
And we didn't lose well then. Now, it's like, we just need to score and show that we're moving the ball down the field, even if we're still losing. Yeah. That's what I want to see. If we do win, I am loving it. I doubt we're gonna win. But
could have a big Waller game here. Could have a big
Waller game.
Currently, hey, Waller, my guy. I know you love the Giants. My guy leads the league in tight end receiving yards. So
here we go.
We're going somewhere. All right, guys, y'all know what the deal is. We are answering your fantasy football questions before Thursday night starts, and then we'll kind of hop off. Do us a favor, go ahead and drop a like on the stream just to show some love. We're going to answer your questions. If you want your questions answered straight away, go ahead and drop a super chat. We will get to it. We will prioritize it before the other questions. If you have my rankings over on the Flock Fantasy website, I just updated them with the Brandon Ayuk official inactive. Moved Deebo Samuel up a little bit, made a couple tweaks with Bryce Young not being there. So that is up there on the Flock Fantasy website. Check out the description if you have any interest. But the first question is from Volpe. He says, yo, what's up? Just want to apologize for repeating my question yesterday. I sent it at the beginning of the stream and wasn't able to watch when you guys answered. That's okay. Yeah, we
appreciate you.
Totally okay. I just think, keep in mind, guys, I appreciate your comment. But the reason we say that is because we probably answer thousands of questions a week. And the less times a question's repeated, the more questions we can get to, But I do appreciate that. You're all good, man. We appreciate you. Appreciate the support. Bike Walker, 18 full PPR. Should I stick with T. Higgins or go with either of these guys? Gabe Davis, Connor, Stevenson, Michael Thomas. If Burrow plays, I'm going Higgins. If not, I think I would be comfortable pivoting to Stevenson.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going to go. So T. Higgins, if Burrow plays, if not, go Ramondre Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that is helpful. Ian, he said, what's up, guys? Full PPR with Ayuk being out tonight. Should I start Brian Robinson, Gus Edwards, or Aaron Jones? Aaron Jones is healthy, obviously, but if not, I'm going Brian Robinson.
Yeah, not a good matchup at all versus the Bills, but he's getting work. And I guess you have to ask yourself, Gus Edwards without Justice Hill versus the Colts, or Brian Robinson against the Bills. I still think you go Brian Robinson because there's a 2-game sample size of him doing well, and we've seen Gus be efficient, but will he finally get a reception? Will Gus Edwards finally get a reception?
Will Gus finally? I doubt it. I'm pretty sure it's be Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon, I'm pretty sure will be elevated from the practice squad, but we'll wait and see what happens there.
And Dreezy, tight end Ferguson or Pitts? Leaning Ferguson. I think I'm going Ferguson for now as well.
I'm going Ferg as well, especially what we've seen from him so far. It feels like that offense is a lot better as well.
Tua or Geno? I would lean Tua there.
Tua, yep.
And then flex, Amari Cooper or Raheem Mostert. I just want to drop in love hearts in the chat. That's awesome.
Amari Cooper. I'm going to Amari Cooper. One of my starts of the week. He's playing against who was it again? The Titans, who give up a lot of points to that wide receiver position so far.
Yes. I sent a trade out last night that involved Amari Cooper, and I was honestly thinking it over, and then I sent the trade, and I was like, I don't want to sell Amari Cooper right now, actually. This is the matchup where you want Amari Cooper. Sanders or Algier this week, Akshay says. I'll go Sanders.
And Sanders as well.
Sanders is getting a ton of opportunity. I know, guys, that Chuba Hubbard is involved, but that has more to do with how much they're utilizing running backs than an indictment on Miles Sanders, okay? Right now, Chuba looks a little bit more efficient. That shouldn't be a surprise. Typically, your reliever back should be more efficient with their touches. They're not seeing the same stacked boxes. They're not seeing the same treatment from the defense. But regardless, we are seeing Miles Sanders get a ton of work. This is a great matchup for you to start him. He plays the Seattle Seahawks. One of the best matchups for your running backs. So, yeah. Andrew says, would you start Addison or Pickens at the flex and Najee or Gus Edwards? This would be Pickens, even though Addison is a great start this week, and Najee. Najee plays the Raiders. Top 3 matchup for running backs. So this is the week to start him if you have him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a wrong start here. Addison has a phenomenal matchup this week against the Chargers.
That's
another
true.
defense that does give up a lot of, I think, the 4th most fantasy points to the wide receiver position. So I am going Alexander Madison, but George Pickens also still has a great matchup.
You're going Jordan Addison, I assume, is what you meant to say?
Jordan Addison. Excuse me, Jordan Addison.
George,
right.
So I don't know, though. George Pickens just had 10 targets, and he goes against the Raiders. You're going Addison? I mean, Addison's a my guy this year, but you going him over Pickens there?
Yeah, I think I still will.
Okay.
Just purely based off of the opportunity, and I think this could be a high-scoring game. So I know he got the targets, but if the Raiders' defense are really bad on the ground, then maybe Najee Harris can explode and they continue to run the ball with both Najee and Jaylen Warren.
All right.
So that's kind of how maybe I'm giga-brainin it too much, but we'll see.
We'll find out. All right, we have a super chat, so we'll answer that straight away. Start Jawan Jennings or Craig Reynolds at flex. Man, you are in a tough spot, aren't you? I mean, look, I think this has to be Craig Reynolds, right?
Exactly. That's where I'm going. I'm going Craig Reynolds.
I would not be surprised at all if the Lions drive it down, down the field, and then on the goal line they're like, "All right, Craig, go ahead, score a touchdown." I
also believe that Amon-Ra could be limited.
That's true.
Not saying he won't play, but he's just gonna, instead of getting the 80% snap share, maybe he gets 65 to 70, and you see more of Craig Reynolds on the field. So,
he's gonna line up at wide receiver. No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Sorry, but you get what I'm saying.
I get where you're coming from. The game plan won't be the same. For sure. Thank you for the super chat, man. Really appreciate that. Currently 30 people watching. Do us a favor, go ahead and drop a like to support the stream. Actually, we don't do any team grades on the stream, my man. We do team grades over on the Fantasy Hotline, people who support us on the Flock Fantasy website, but we don't do any team grades on these streams. What's up, Patrick Mahomes? Who should I start at my flex? Dobbs, Dell, or Warren? So I would say the way I would approach this is I do expect Watson to play. I know he didn't practice, but that was planned, and they said that wasn't a setback or anything. So if Watson plays, I'm going to go Tank Dell. I think the Jags will be able to put up points, and we talked about this in a video recently, or maybe a live stream recently. The Houston Texans are looking like a little mini Minnesota Vikings fantasy factory because their defense is bad and they're throwing the ball a lot. So I would ride the Tank Dell wave. If Watson is out, though, you go Dobbs.
Yeah, and that's exactly where I would go. Dobbs if Watson's not playing, Dell if Watson does play. So hopefully that helps. Sorry, Geno Smith or Brock Purdy. I'm going Geno here. If I'm not mistaken, that Lions team does give up, I think, the most points to the quarterback position. So I'm going to go Geno. JS.
Yeah, I think I would go Geno as well, but very close. I do think Brock has a very good game. Both have good matchups. What's up, Kyle? Welcome in, my man.
What's happening, brother?
Good to see you. Dalvin Cook or Hunt? You can't start Kareem Hunt yet. I don't think so. As
I don't think so
much as it sucks to hear, you think you have to start Dalvin. What's up, Styles? He says, here's a doozy. Start 2, assuming Monty is out. Half PPR. Ford, McKinnon. I would go Ford here.
Yeah, you have to start 2. So Ford and
probably Gainwell.
What's his name playing? Yeah, Gainwell. That's where I was going. He's going against the Bucks. I'll go Gainwell. I feel more comfortable with Gainwell as well. So hopefully that helps their styles. Failure. Start Baker or wait for Joe Burrow. Well, the good thing is we got a double Monday night header, so you can wait until then.
But Baker doesn't play Monday night though. Oh, he does.
Yes, he does. There's 2 Monday night games this weekend. I'm pretty sure.
My bad.
Yeah. So start Joe
I hate that, dude.
Yeah.
I hate
start Joe if he plays.
The double Monday night football. Like, who likes this? It's an awful idea.
And these are 2 good teams that you want to watch, right? I want to watch the Eagles and Bucks fully, and I want to watch the Rams.
It just doesn't feel right watching these 2 games. Like it's disgusting. I hate it.
Last week wasn't bad because I knew the game I wanted to watch, and the New Orleans Saints games was pretty dead. New Orleans Panthers games was pretty dead, but I think this week is going to be a bit annoying.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
Cold World said, love your uploads lately. Appreciate you, man. Last flex spot, full PPR, Moss, Ford, or Tank. I would go Tank here, but it is close with Ford.
So, yeah, this is a really tough one, honestly. Like Cole, we call this a trap question. We're probably gonna get it wrong. When I look at Tank, I want to start him depending on my options, but I want another week as well of just like, yes, this is gonna keep happening. Whereas with Jerome Ford, I know he's gonna touch the ball at least 15 times. I know he's gonna be the goal line running back. I know it's a terrible matchup, but I'll go volume there on what I would say is the best offense of the three. So that would be Jerome for me, but it's close. What's up, Michael?
Worries.
Welcome in. Lost Barkley, Cole says. Luckily picked up Puka and Moss off waivers and Ford off waivers. Nice. Killing it. Sparrow says Dynasty Devy League. Okay. Who do I start out of the two? Tank Dell, Jaden Reed, or Josh Downs? This would be Tank Dell.
I agree.
And Jaden Reed, right?
Yeah, I would agree. Do I drop Brendan Strange, Logan Thomas, or Mike Gesicki, or Cole Turner? I personally would be dropping Logan Thomas.
No, he's asking if he drops Strange for one of those three tight ends.
Oh, sorry, excuse me. I think I'll hold Strange potentially. I don't get too much excitement with anyone else.
I think I would be willing to drop him for Turner. Just like with the Ingram contract, I just don't see Strange and Ridley there and Calvin, or Calvin.
I get what you're saying,
and like it's just like, how does it happen for him? Reese, Fields or Purdy? I'm still going Fields, but I mean, if it doesn't happen this week, you can start to officially kind of you don't drop him, but you can start to pivot a little bit. Pivot.
Pivot.
Go ahead.
Craig Reynolds, Roscoe, or Miller.
Kendra for me. If Kendra plays, I believe that he will be the lead running back. That's been my belief for quite some time. So before
I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Roscoe. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
To interrupt, but
I mean, I think Rashawn's a fine play in a PPR format. I just think Miller's gonna be the guy. He'll get the touches. Tony Jones was only there because they literally had no one else. Like, they didn't have another option. But then Godwin or Tank Dell? Godwin, right?
Yeah, it would be Godwin. No worries. Ian says, should I try and grab Zach Ertz off waiver wires and bench Njoku for him? It's definitely viable. But
I would.
I think you can pick up Ertz, and then I'm giving Njoku one more week, especially with Nick Chubb out now. Let's wait and see what that looks like and how this offense is going to pan out. But Zach Ertz feels like a safe play, but not wanting to start him because of the Cowboys, so that might be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, I would. I would definitely play Zach Ertz. It's just like volume is the most reliable thing when it comes to a tight end. That sounds obvious, right? But I mean, look at this. I tweeted this out recently. He has the 8th highest team target share of any player in the NFL. That includes wide receivers. So 29.5% of the targets are going to Zach Ertz in this offense. Higher than DeAndre Hopkins, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins, and Garrett Wilson. Crazy that the Jets are passing less to Garrett Wilson than the Cardinals are passing to Zach Ertz. So I think absolutely he's a must-have. He shouldn't be on any waiver wire at all. And I'm starting him over a lot of guys this week. I believe he's I know the matchup is terrible, but he's my tight end 9. So yes, I would definitely say to start him.
Makes sense here. Tony G, hello guys. I'm a limbo here, not sure who to start in my flex. Madison, Pierce, Flowers, London. I'm going Flowers this week personally. I think the matchup is better. I think he's going to get opportunity as well. It doesn't look like OBJ is going to play. And they're playing the Colts here as well, who give up, if I'm not mistaken, the most points to the wide receiver position off the top of my head.
Yeah, I would,
so I'm going
I would go Zay as well. I like that. Do I sell Puka now? I feel like there's a chance Kupp doesn't play or gets re-injured. I mean, it depends on who you could get for him. I'm not actively selling Puka, Like someone in a dynasty league sent me a late first round pick, and I'm on a competing roster, and he's like, I need him. Like I'm not selling, So even in redraft, I mean, if he's helping you win right now, sometimes we just can't overthink it. So yeah, I mean, it just depends on what you can get in return. Tyler, what's up, man? Do you think Javonte Williams will get better later in the season? I do think he will. And I don't think so right now, based off his performances and his involvement, you could really trade him for anything that's super valuable anyway. So yeah, P. Ryan or Craig Reynolds. I would go P. Ryan.
Agreed.
Alex says, just traded Stafford and Pickens for Waddle. Feels like that's a dub, but I'm very high on Stafford, especially when Kupp is back. I mean, assuming this is like we don't know the context, right? But assuming this is a one quarterback redraft league, yeah, that's a big win.
Yeah, I agree.
In Superflex, I'm preferring probably Stafford and Pickens.
Yeah, I mean, Stafford hasn't been playing terribly, so we'll wait and see what that looks like. Michael says Ayuk, Gabe Davis, and Ertz for DK and Burks would be left with a Joker at tight end. Ayuk and Gabe Davis and Ertz for DK. I would rather have Ayuk long term personally, and Gabe Davis is a boom or bust play. So I'll take Ayuk, Gabe Davis, and Ertz side.
Yeah, I'm with you there as well. What's up, SWA? My team is Herbert, Pollard. Okay, the question is, I was offered Etienne, AJ Brown, and Hop for Pollard, Wilson, Myers. He says he's 0-2. He was offered Etienne, AJ Brown, and DeAndre Hopkins for Pollard, Garrett Wilson, and Jacoby Myers. So you downgrade at running back. You definitely upgrade at wide receiver. And then you get DeAndre Hopkins versus Jacoby Myers.
I think I'm doing that. Just purely looking at your wide receivers, you have Herbert, Pollard, Gibbs. I feel like you need to move on from Wilson if you really want to win now. Kyron's a good pickup. Jerry Jeudy probably missed you a couple days. You have Hollywood. I feel more comfortable with AJ Brown and Hopkins long term than I feel with Hollywood and at the moment Garrett Wilson. So I will be doing that trade.
I think you're right. What I am thinking of as a Garrett Wilson owner in a couple leagues is I do think Hope is on the way. And Hope comes in the form of another Zach Wilson being dominated type performance this week. If Zach Wilson goes out, throws 2 picks, the team gets dominated. Like, how long can they say Zach Wilson's our guy? Maybe they make a trade for an Andy Dalton. Maybe they make a trade for who's the Cowboys backup? I mean, not Trey Lance, but the other guy.
Ben DiNucci?
No, he was helping them win games last year.
I know he played the games last year. I know who you told about. I don't remember the top of my head.
Like Phillip Rivers comes in or Flacco, all I'm saying is I think that there is hope for Garrett Wilson owners, and that hope comes from us knowing that Zach Wilson is bad and that he can't play 17 games. But as of right now, yes, I would accept the Etienne side of that deal because I think AJ Brown should be valued higher than what he is in that deal. So I like it. Yes, Cooper Rush, that's the name. Thanks, Styles.
Cooper Rush, yeah, thank you.
Pittman or Nico Collins in the flex?
I'm going Nico. It doesn't look like Anthony Richardson is going to play. Not that. I think I just feel more comfortable the way, these Texans are playing, to be honest.
No, I hear you. I haven't adjusted my rankings with Anthony Richardson out yet. As of right now, I have Pittman higher. I'm not really sure that Gardner Minshew negatively impacts. I don't think that move negatively impacts it too much.
I need to go rewatch that game when Gardner Minshew was in. Because I haven't rewatched that game and to see how that offense was operating with Minshew.
But I think
I get what you're saying.
I think I would lean Nico as well. Again, just thinking game script there. Sober says, I guess Thursday Night Football is the main event now that Monday is a doubleheader. Dude, yeah, I can't stand it. I just can't stand the doubleheader Monday Night Football. It's just, I think it's maybe more annoying for us because you and I are creating content on Monday nights. And having one game to prep for the entire week is already frustrating, but having 2 games just we're trying to make content. What if someone gets injured or, it's just I don't know. And I just feel like you need there will be plenty of times when the afternoon games could be way more exciting. You could add a game there, Anyway. Cuppy says way too many games at 1 p.m. I don't know, man. I love it.
Yeah,
I
think
don't.
It's great.
I like it all together like that. That's the most exciting way to watch.
It depends on how many games you can take in. You know,
that's
like
true.
I guess I don't know.
Typically, when I'm watching, I've got Red Zone on one stream, one side of my screen, and then the other side is like 6 games, basically. Would y'all stay CJ Stroud or Anthony Richardson this week? Richardson if he plays, otherwise Stroud.
Stroud, exactly. Dynasty Superflex, St. Brown and Kyler for Anthony Richardson and Addison. I'm still keeping Amon-Ra and Kyler, personally.
Geez, that's a good question, dude. That is a very good question.
I think Anthony Richardson does like take a big step, but one of my biggest things for Addison is the longevity of who that quarterback is going to be.
Right. I mean, no,
the same thing can be said with Goff, to be fair.
Sure. I mean, what I was going to say is like I've heard that narrative a lot, and it's like, well, Jamar Chase hasn't been good at all this year, right? And I know that Burrow's been injured, but I guess
if I'm thinking long term, that's fine, but like short term,
I think I go with
dude. In short term is Anthony Richardson, Addison. So sober, let me ask you this: are you trying to win now, or are you just happy to build for the future? Because if I'm trying to build for the future and I'm not really trying to compete, I'm going St. Brown and Kyler Murray. But if you have a win now window, you're 2-0 right now. Everyone's clicking. All your players are getting max points. It feels like week in and week out. Maybe Anthony Richardson, Jordan Addison is the better play because of when Kyler Murray does come back. But I'm going Amon-Ra and Kyler as long term.
Any thoughts, bud? No.
Good old Bean.
I'll go A-Rich there. A-Rich and Addison. Got a lot of Addison, and it feels really good right now on my teams. So yeah, I'll go A-Rich and Addison there. Is Nico Collins an auto start with Addison and Pickens behind? No, I do think that like this will depend on matchups, but as of right now, like as of today, I would be starting George Pickens. I mean, what is like the frustration for Pickens has always been targets. He got 10 targets last week. That is awesome to see as someone who loves George Pickens. This week I would be going Pickens and Nico, but I do love Addison. That's my guy this year. Drafted him everywhere. So it sounds like you have a good problem to have, Andrew.
Yeah, it's hard to sit Addison playing the Chargers. I'm gonna go Nico and Addison, but I love George Pickens this week as well. So hopefully that helps there, Andrew. We just got a super chat, so we'll go to the next question here.
Yes, we do have a super chat, so we'll get to that right now.
How you doing, brother?
Cole.
This boys.
We haven't answered Cole's question.
So sorry. Cole is first.
Cole, thank you for the super chat, man. Go ahead.
Big Ramondre week. I think he is due 25 plus. I mean, he could. He's going against Miami here. No, he's going against the Jets. Excuse me, not Miami. He's going against the Jets.
Right.
It could be. I mean, according the Jets right now give a lot of points. Is it a lot of points to the running back position?
So
no, it was the other way around. It was the Bills. Excuse me.
He's my RB10 on the week. Yeah, I mean, it sounds strange to say, but like, I feel like Ramondre is always kind of just like, yeah, he'll be good, but
he's gonna be good. I think
it's not like,
I mean,
you know, it's very rare he's gonna put up like a 30-pointer, but he's not gonna, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Jets are still a better defense than what we expect personally, for what we're seeing. But I like Ramondre Stevenson. Definitely could have a big week. Thank you so much for that super chat, Cole World. Though.
Thank you for the super chat, LT Gray. Appreciate all the love, guys. Drop a like on the video if you have yet to do so. Boys, I'm rich now.
Here we go.
Here come the super chats. Thoughts on the Puka trade in Hotel? I'm gonna have to go check it out. I have not seen the Puka trade in Hotel, so let me go have a look at it.
Make sure you drop it in the Dynasty trades as well, T Gray, and we can talk about it on that video that we normally record.
I want to first ask, what do you mean you're rich? Like, what happened in your life? You hit the lottery? Like, what's going on? Where is that trade? The Puka trade?
I'm gonna look it up on my phone here.
Okay, so it looks like a trade was completed 4 days ago. Honestly, I don't think anyone from Sleeper is ever gonna watch this stream, but if you do, why do trades look so bad on desktop? Like, why can't the trades look exactly like they do on your phone on desktop, honestly? But it looks like Tigre got Puka and a second for a first, essentially. And I guess it's really just going to depend on where that first ends up being. But I like it. I like it so far, especially with the second kind of making it a little bit easier on you.
Yeah, he said news job plays a shit ton. I love that. What's six figures, you know?
I love
What's
it.
6 figures?
Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Appreciate y'all. We do answer super chat straight away. We will be live until the game kicks off. 30 likes. Go ahead and do us a favor. As we're helping you set your lineups, help the channel grow and drop a like. Zabby, half PPR, 2-0. Trade away Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson, and DJ Moore for Chase and Hall. Is that good or bad? Trade away Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson, and DJ Moore for Jamar Chase and Breece Hall. Yeah, that's a huge W. Honestly, I feel like you have taken all of the overperformers and the underperformers in the first 2 weeks and been like, let's make some bread from this. And I think you did really well.
Second half of the season, I think these boys are gonna pop off.
Yeah, Chase
and Breece Hall there. So great trade there. Ben, who to start? Our running back Stevenson or Moss? We're gonna go Ramondre Stevenson easily there. Tyler, Zay Flowers or Pacheco. Zay Flowers for the both of us there.
Yep.
Jacob, how you doing, brother? Is there going to be any Thursday night game streams like week 1? At the moment, we would like to. I think we've just been exhausted the way we've been pumping out content. I'll be honest with you. We kind of just want to have. Look, we'll probably be, if we were live right now, like we are live. Excuse me. If we were to stay live for the game, that's another 2.5 hours that we're gonna have to mentally watch the game, entertain you guys, try not to kind of be dead. Where like we can kind of do our own thing and relax since. Yeah. The first couple of weeks has just been
while we watch the games when we're not live, we're able to do admin stuff. We're able to edit content that we haven't edited yet for the week or plan for future videos. When we are live, we definitely enjoy it. We love doing it. But at the moment, because we've tried to up our game a bunch this year, it's been hard to keep up, and we're not sleeping that well. So we try and like take our rest when we can. But we definitely want to at some point again. Like, honestly, long-term goal is that we make enough money from this to support our families, but we also make enough money to hire people to do the editing for us, to do the admin for us. So our lives are more free, and we can do stuff like that we love. And, you know, even people out there, the OGs back from the COVID days would remember we started as a podcast, and a lot of people want us to bring the podcast back. We would love to. We just don't have time, you know? So it's one of those things where you have to prioritize. But I love that you love hanging out with us. Andrew says Stafford, Purdy, or Geno. Stafford, Purdy, or Geno. This would be Geno, right?
Yeah, Geno.
Sparrow says full PPR start Justice Hill. I don't think Hill's going to play. Hubbard, Kenneth Gainwell, Kadarius Toney, or Jalen Hyatt. This would probably be Gainwell.
Jalen Hyatt going to have the big game tonight, please. Let's go.
Second option for me would be probably Chuba. Jets got to trade for Jameis. That would be awesome. That would be so fun. I mean, Jameis would target, like, Jameis would give Garrett Wilson the Puka Nacua treatment. And probably a lot of interceptions. Who cares? Someone offered me Etienne for Jonathan Taylor, but after week 4, should I just hold JT? I would absolutely take the Etienne side of that deal. We don't, like, the most likely scenario is Jonathan Taylor comes back in week 5 and plays. There is a chance still, though, that he doesn't come back because he doesn't want to be with this team, and he's still asking for a trade. Either way, Etienne is one who I prefer. Like, regardless, even if Jonathan Taylor was to play today, I prefer Etienne rest of season.
I completely agree there. So give me Etienne.
Yeah.
Hopefully that helps. Bully said, won my game last week. Now 1-1. My team is so nasty, and my Hawks packed out the Lions. So let's go. I love that. Panthers are done Sunday.
I remember. You were a little bit sad after week 1 when Seattle got rocked, and we were like, it's gonna get better, bro. It's gonna get better.
Were you at that game, Bully? I think you were. Somebody was at a game this week that was in the chat. I don't know if it was you, but I don't know.
Yeah. Seahawks will be fine.
Yeah,
that was my pick to make it to the NFC Conference Championship. Remember before the year?
Yeah, it was, and then who they lose to?
They got rocked by the Rams.
They got rocked. Oh,
Rams are just a better team than people realized.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
No, I'm talking about. You said you had them going to the NFC Championship.
Yes.
Like, but who they lose?
Oh,
to
they lose to the
in
Niners.
that scenario.
The Niners.
They lose to the Niners.
It's an NFC
right.
West face-off. But
yeah.
What's up, Crystal? Pick 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and 1 tight end.
So wide receivers: Amon-Ra, Zay Flowers, and Mike Williams. That's what I'm going.
I would go Amon-Ra, Mike, and George. I don't think you can sit George after a 10-target game with no Deontay.
I hear you.
And then McCaffrey, Gibbs.
Backs.
And then at tight end, you start
Gibbs.
Henry.
Yep.
But you got to get Flowers in the flex or something. Bully says also injuries are disgusting this year. Yeah, they are.
Oh man, it's terrible. It's terrible. I mean, defensively now you're seeing people. I'm scared what it's gonna look like in the middle of the season.
Right, Trevon Diggs just went down as well.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I hate injuries, honestly. Can we just go to Madden settings and turn them off?
Injuries off.
Yeah.
All right, next question here. Star 3, Ridley, Keenan Allen, Nico, or Godwin? I'm going Ridley, Keenan, and Nico.
This would be Ridley, Keenan, and Godwin for me, but very close. Ben, we're not doing any team breakdowns on the stream. Sorry, guys. We say that every stream, but just to clarify, we do love you guys. We love the comments, but we don't take the time to break down anyone's team on the stream. We do that over in the fantasy hotline, but we do appreciate y'all.
Even though he's not playing.
I
want to go. Come on, man.
Joe says, should I start Purdy over Fields? No, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but like in summation, I'm giving Fields 1 more week. And then you can start to look at pivot options. But regardless, you don't drop him. Like, let me say this. Like, even if, like, let's say Fields goes out and he throws a touchdown and 2 interceptions and he rushes for 50 yards, like, I'm still not dropping him in fantasy, you know?
Agreed.
So, but yeah, you could look at pivoting at that point. Like, you know, you've got Purdy as a pivot point. But I personally would go Fields. You do what you feel is best for you. But I'm still starting Fields. Hanef says Christian Kirk or Addison. This would be Addison for me there. I think we could agree.
Yeah, it would be Addison.
Jerome Ford or Pacheco. That's a really good one. That's very close because Pacheco has by far the superior matchup. But Ford is going to get more volume, I would say. I think I lean Pacheco there, honestly. I think I might need to adjust my rankings to reflect that, but
yeah, this one is tough. I just don't know how many touches Pacheco is going to get. I think that's my concern.
I just think that the second half he'll get plenty. Is he injured though? Because
he did like not have. I think he didn't practice, or he was limited, or he was dealing with some sort of injury. Let me see if I can pull it up here.
Okay, yeah. Honestly, just because there is concern around the injury, like even it's a possibility, I think you go Ford.
You'll have more time to understand it, though. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
Like,
I don't know. If Pacheco puts up a full practice at some point this week and then plays, you know, you start Pacheco. That's how I would roll it out.
Yeah, I would rock with you there, Pacheco, but all depends on if he plays.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what happens.
It was a fluke, Bully. Or if anything, it just shows that the Rams are a better team than people thought. You know.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's the true case.
They're a better team. Imagine when Kupp is out there at some point. Hopefully, he does get out there. And now all of a sudden you got 3 wide receivers that are legit threats. You got a running back that's a threat through the air. It's looking good. Bike Walker. I hope you don't take offense to this, but every time I hear Bike Walker, I think of Bike Wanker. Do you know what that's from?
No, I don't.
What is that from? What is that from?
You love mountain biking there, Bike Walker, because
there's some
my father-in-law loves that.
There's some video. It's from the In-Betweeners. That's what it's from. The In-Betweeners is like this British comedy, and anyway, they shout Bike Wanker at people who ride bikes.
Oh yes, I've seen that like on TikTok or something.
Yeah, Bike Wanker. Anyway, like I hope you're not offended by that. I just every time I see it in my head, I think Bike Wanker, and I just laugh. But anyway, we appreciate you. He says, love what you guys are doing. Mad props for all the content. I appreciate that, man.
Oh, man. All love, man. Thank you so much.
I appreciate that. I wonder if he's ever heard that. I don't want anyone to be offended. I just think it's funny. Bully says, I'm flattered you got us making the NFC Championship, but we lose to the Niners, bro. I'm gonna have to delete my. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you'll make it though. I don't think you'll make it past the Niners. I really don't. No problem, Ben.
You know who's gonna be past the Niners though? The New York Football Giants tonight. I don't believe it. Huh? I don't know. I just want to play a good game. I want to score at least once.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. I mean,
can we score? Can we score? I think we can.
How many points are you? What's your over under on your points tonight? How many points are you expecting?
I want to score at least 21 plus points. At least 3 touchdowns.
Okay. I was gonna put it around 14.
Okay. Well, I want to score 3 touchdowns. I mean, it's tough without Saquon, but
I would love for you guys to go off.
If we win, our who are the Giants? They did it without Saquon. Oh, it's Daniel Jones. Oh, like I just want to hear.
The narrative would be. Yeah,
I want to feel
impressive.
that.
Yeah,
it would be impressive. But
that's how I feel about the Commanders this Sunday versus the Bills. Like, Anna Soul out there saying the Commanders are gonna win, but if we do, the narrative changes this week.
The narrative changes 100%.
But we probably won't. Sam Howell looks legit. Anyway, Swift, Dylan, Addison, Kendre. This would be Addison and Swift for me if I'm choosing 2 options.
Yep, agreed.
Cadell says urgent. Start Burrito or Warren. I'm going Warren. I know that sounds crazy, dude, but I'm going Warren.
Yeah, I'm going Warren.
And I hope it works out for you, man. Like, if you honestly, Cadell, if you have the gonads to put Burrito in your lineup, then you deserve it. But I don't have the gonads to do that. I don't. Love Warren's matchup. Start 2 at flex. Folt says Dotson, Hollywood, or Pitts. This would be Dotson and Hollywood.
It's 0.5 tight end premium though.
Care. I don't care.
He doesn't care. I'm going with you as well though.
T Higgins or DK rest of season.
I'm going T.
I'm going T still. Yeah. Thoughts on the comeback of Christian Watson? If he's, I released a video this week with wide receivers that you should trade for. Go check it out because I talk about him a lot. I love that. David says Raider Nation for life. I'm in a keeper league. Would Dobbins be worth a 6th round next year? No. Like in a keeper league, I'm assuming we have the entire pool of players in the 6th round, right? Like you're not like he's probably worth a dynasty rookie 3rd round pick at most, but he might not even be worth that. So no, definitely not. Yeah. Siobhan says I trade offer my Hawkinson for either Metcalf or Ridley, and my Pacheco for his Miles Sanders. I need wide receiver and he needs running back. I already have Andrews as my tight end. Yeah, I think that sounds like a good deal then. You get...
Yeah.
I would take Ridley over Metcalf.
Ridley, exactly. That's what I was going to say.
And, yeah, I like that deal. I like that deal for you, man. Well done. I think that makes sense. If you didn't have a tight end you already felt good about, I wouldn't do it, but you do. Andrew says, my friend is giving me 14-point spread to take the Giants. Still hesitant. Dang.
Take it, Andrew. Take it.
Mike Walker says, no, I haven't heard that before. What movie is that from? Gotta watch it. It's from the In-Betweeners. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the In-Betweeners movie. It might be the show, but I'm pretty sure it's a movie. Don from the future says, I love Saquon and wanted to trade given his playoff matchup, but the given running back market, should I just ride it out? Yeah, I would ride it out unless you're getting like a top 12 guy, you know?
Yeah, I would agree.
Yes. So we are in Australia. Both Americans living in Sydney at the moment. We travel back and forth.
10-11 in the morning currently on a Friday.
Yeah, it's a good vibe, man.
Friday morning here.
We love it here. It's definitely different to America for sure.
Freaking summertime approaching. The 5 minutes away from the beach. It's a vibe. See you there, boys.
How high are y'all on Ridley and Olave? They would both be ranked as like top 10 guys rest of season, if not like around the top 8 mark. What's up, Jason? This will probably be the last question we answer tonight, because then we'll go and watch the game. He says, what's up, fellas? Do you think Darren Waller will have a good game, and will he score the first touchdown? I hope so. I wouldn't bet on him scoring the first touchdown, but I hope he's going to have a good game.
I think so as well.
Yeah, he currently leads all tight ends in receiving yards, so he's my guy this year, and I'm loving watching him play again, being a feature in an offense. But, yeah. All right, one last one for Corey, and then we're logging off. Need to start 3 of these guys. Since Ayuk is out, this would be Puka. This would be Puka, McLaurin, and London for me.
Yeah, I'm going there as well.
Okay, guys, that is it. We tried to stay as live as as long as we possibly could. Or do you want to keep going? What do you want to do? It's your team playing.
I don't
Sorry, like I don't
really
want to keep going through the game. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, do you want to stay on a little bit longer before the game, or do you want to end it now? Either way is fine with me. I know if you want to prep. I know it's your team. I don't know if you want to get,
I don't really. I'm hyped right now. So, do you want to watch like the first play with the stream and see what's up? See
sure.
how
we can watch the first couple plays. Sure.
Watch the first like drive for whichever team, and then it's done. Whoever gets 3 and out, if they score, if they don't score, whatever, and then we'll get off if we want to do that. But once the game starts, I don't think I'm answering any questions, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll keep that as.
Maybe we just log off then if that's gonna.
Yeah, maybe we log off. Actually, let's just log off.
All right, guys, that is it for today.
You. I don't think there's any other questions here. I love it from Sparrow. I see Cody here, Burrito, Roscoe. I think we'll both go Roscoe.
Yeah, agree.
Don't start Matt Burrito, but I won't be surprised Burrito has a game or finds the end zone. So
I would be
maybe
surprised,
that's my Giants.
But it could happen. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Drop a like, subscribe. We'll be live on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you subscribed and check out all the videos we have on our channel, guys. I mean, we have I have my top I know everyone's struggling at running backs. I went top 50 running back rankings in my video today for you guys. I'm trying to dive as deep as I possibly can. 50 names. I mean, yeah. We're doing the most we can for you. So go check out the channel. And good luck tonight. Hopefully everything you want to happen and all your wildest dreams come true.
Come on, baby. Let's go to New York Football Giants. All love. Here we go.